Yay.
All right.
Hello.
So hi everybody, it's Bree. Sarah Jane, we miss you. We miss all of you. So I'm here with some of our top mentors, and we're actually going to do an activity today that we would have loved to do with you in person. So unfortunately we can't see you, but I think it's going to be really, really fun. So today we're actually talking about STIs, or sexually transmitted infections. So people also call them STDs, and I might use both of them, but I'll try to focus on STIs as the way that we talk about it. But I guess to just get us started, I'll tell you a little bit of information, and then we're going to jump into the activity. So STIs can happen with any form of sexual activity, and there's no one person or one type of person that gets them. Really, anyone could be at risk for STIs. And let's see, they're included in any risk with sexual activity, along with unintended pregnancy. So we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to get our activity started. So a little bit of background, and I'm going to kind of explain this to our mentors as well as we're talking. But in this activity, we're actually at a party. Okay, so we're at a party. Hey, yeah, we're at a party with the top mentors. We're fun, you can tell. And I am feeling really friendly, and I'm going to shake hands with two people. I'm going to say hey, and I'm going to shake hands with two people, okay? So just for our mentors, I'm going to choose two people, and the second person that I choose, they can be real friendly, and then they can shake two people's hands, okay? And we are, really inclusive, so everyone's going to be included. So we're not leaving anybody out.
Wow.
All right. So we're at this party, and I see my two friends. So I'm going to see Carrie Grace, and I'll shake her hand. And I'm also going to see Sarah Jane, and I'll shake her hand. So Sarah Jane, who are you going to talk to? Whose hand are you?
I'm Sarah Jane, and I just ran into Lakey. Hey, Lakey, I'm going to shake your hand. And I'm also going to hang out with Jamia. I'm going to shake Jamia's hand down there.
Hello.
Hey.
Am I shaking hands?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shake Sir Savion's hand.
I appreciate it.
and Brittany's hand.
So kind of you to think of me. Let's shake hands. I'm at this party and I'm having a good time and I'm vibing, and then I see my friend Colbert and I'm gonna shake his hand. And then I'm also gonna shake Mama Jamie's hand right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Jamie.
So Jamie, what are you thinking? Who you gonna shake hands with? Hey, girl.
I don't know. I'm into fist bumping these days, but I think I'll probably shake maybe Corey's hand, and I don't know. I think everybody's hand has been shook.
My hand has not been shook. Thank you.
Megan, I'm hugging you straight up. Like a good Mama Jamie hug. I'm getting, you get it.
Hey.
All right. So everyone's hand got shaken?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Dad, I gotta leave the party empty-handed. Didn't get to shake anyone's hands.
Is it important to remember who you shook hands with?
Yeah.
In life, in general? Yes.
Yeah. I would say that it is. And I think in this example, it is important because in our party, all the people that attended, so a couple weeks after, people start feeling sick, okay? So they're not feeling too good, and they might be a little bit confused. They're like, they might not remember who they shook hands with. And they might not throw it back to the party and be like, did I get sick there? So this can be kind of like we introduced, an activity on STIs, because if this was any sort of sexual contact in STIs, some people might be at risk, and some people might have a protective measure like a condom, and they might be doing a little bit better in terms of being healthy and feeling well. So as far as our party, I think, can I pass it over to you, Sarah Jane, to tell us a little bit more? Yeah.
Absolutely. So the good news is you can't really contract a sexually transmitted infection by shaking hands. We are using that term shaking hands and that analogy to kind of do this in a fun way to sort of represent how easily we shake hands with people sometimes and or other things, and because the mood is right, because you're having fun, and it is important to just try to be safe as possible whenever you're doing something. And you want to make sure that you're healthy and also responsible when it comes to any of your behaviors. And while we know that everyone is supposed to be quarantined right now, social distancing is helpful to reduce any kind of virus that's going to be spread. But I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's several curable and incurable sexually transmitted infections. And so some have symptoms that come up really quickly and some do not. So it's important to get tested. And if you find out that you did contract an STI and you think maybe it was at this party where everybody was shaking hands, it would be really, really responsible of you to reach out to whoever you were shaking hands with to just say, hey, I think you should probably get tested because, you know, we were shaking hands at that party and this is what happened. So, Carrie Grace, did you have anything you wanted to mention?
I mean, I think I just want to hit home your point about social distancing, that like this can also be a really good model for right now. We're supposed to be separate. We're supposed to be keeping our distance between friends and even family members. And the importance of that is that so that we don't pass things around. We don't get something from somebody else because we went to a party and then share it with our family and our friends and whoever else we're interacting with. So that's really important for health and safety right now.
Awesome. So something to keep in mind, there's a lot of sexually transmitted infections out there, and it's helpful to know which ones have a cure for them and which ones don't. The most common sexually transmitted infection in the Roanoke area is actually chlamydia, but it's really interesting because gonorrhea is also really common and it's some resistance to the medication, so that one's getting really high. Also, syphilis is starting to make a comeback, which is really serious, but all of the incurable ones all start with the same letter. Does anybody know what that is?
H.
H.
Yes, Savion, you got it right. Good job. So all the incurable ones with H. Laki, can you think of one that starts that's not curable?
Herpes.
That's right. So herpes is not curable. It does stay in your body. And unfortunately, there isn't something that will make it go away. You can continue to pass that on for sure. The gift that keeps on giving, they call it. So we want to make sure people are safe from that. Jamie, what about you? You know of any?
HIV.
HIV, sadly. HIV does not have a cure. Anyone else know of anything? Hey, Megan.
Hey, the human papilloma virus, or HPV.
HPV, yeah. Yeah, it's also known as
Genital warts.
genital warts, which is actually extremely common around college age people. So that's really sad. That's the highest, that we see that is demographic.
Mm.
All right, there's another one that starts with H. Yeah, Corey?
Hepatitis.
Yeah, hepatitis B is one that can be transmitted sexually. So keep all of that in mind. It's just good to know. You can educate your friends on that. And that's all I needed to say. Does anyone else have anything they want to leave awesome young people of Roanoke with?
Oh, if you find yourself experiencing some of these symptoms, we want to let you all know that there are local places where you can get tested at any age for STDs and STIs, and that testing and those results will be confidential.
That's right. That's exactly right. We have some amazing places here in Roanoke that are happy to help out for sure.
Don't be afraid to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
And if you need to know where, reach out to one of us and we can steer you in that direction.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you, Brianna, for getting this all going.
Yeah,
Bree.
of course. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
About our teens with us, but
Yeah, that's true. But ultimately, y'all, it's not shameful. It's common. Just make sure that you're getting the like healthcare that you need, and reach out if you need help. But I think that that's all that I have to say. If nobody else has anything to say, we can kind of wrap up and say bye. But yes, we miss you. But I hope you're doing
miss you
well.
guys.
We miss you so
stay
much.
healthy.
Miss you all. Stay healthy. Stay safe.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.